Hey, this is Greg Hawks, and this is another sourcing thing a week. And I just wanted to go over some details uh, on a question I got not too long ago, just earlier today. I wanted to show everybody some of the questions that Tali had. She was actually had a question about some of the positions that she's looking for. She's looking for account executives in New York City with SaaS experience. I've looked for stuff like that before, enterprise or retail experience. Also, machine learning scientists, which I have a couple of ideas that I want to show everybody. I've written a couple articles about looking for scientists in general. So I'm going to take a stab at that, and also software engineers with distributed systems scaling experience. So she's looking for startup, and there's a couple of resources you can use for startup. A couple of them I've already talked about, like AngelList. I'm going to show how I would tackle that. So she's looking for software engineers. Software engineers with distributed systems and scaling experience. So let's go pretty general with this. Site search, LinkedIn. I mean, not LinkedIn. AngelList, Angel Co. I did a search about this earlier. That's more for the machine learning aspect, but she's looking for scalable. Maybe scalable, or can't spell scale. Man, I really can't spell scaling today. Scaling. Basically what I'm doing is I'm telling AngelList, hey, look specifically in this site for these keywords and see what you pull. And we do not want a company, but we do not want jobs. We might want to pull a company, and I'll show you in a minute. So you get a couple profiles here. I didn't really do a location because I don't know what location she's looking for, but let me see if I can find, this is a good example here. He's a product manager, but he's a good example with what I'm trying to show. So with Kurt here, the reason why I use AngelList is because of this. You get a lot of times you get their LinkedIn profile, their Twitter profile, their Facebook profile, their their About Me profile, and a company website, plus whatever else they're working on. I've seen RSS feeds, I've seen all kinds of stuff. And I mean, it's pretty significant. I mean, this is a pretty significant profile. AngelList is usually targeted more founders, startups, that type of stuff. So if you're looking for engineers in that realm, this is this is really an ideal website because of all the information you can pull in this way. Now, let me go back because let me put an engineer here and see what happens. If I can spell engineer, man, I know how to spell engineer. That's all I look for nowadays. Um, okay, so it refined it a little bit more. I'm a passionate software engineer with scalable distributed systems. Hey, look at that. Okay, and yeah, we don't have a lot of information, but we got his LinkedIn profile. Okay, let me go back. And let's see. Here's another one. Engineering manager in New York. She might be looking in New York. Not too much here, but click on LinkedIn profile. It takes you right there. Okay. I didn't use a tool or anything. I just used AngelList. I just did a pretty simple site search, put in a couple keywords, and was able to get to his LinkedIn profile. So you can connect with him. You can send him an email. You can do whatever you need to do. You can find his direct email. You'll look this guy up on GitHub. A lot of times on GitHub, when you look people up, they'll have their email or direct website on there. So, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of tools that help, but a lot of times you just look them up on some of these other websites and you can find more information on them. So, I mean, see, this is a more fleshed out profile. I have more work experience here. Let's see if I can put this guy. Let me see if we can do the same search on, let me go back to my search. Okay, so let's try something a little bit different, because there's another site out there that is built around startups as well that I always forget about. Oh, I know why that didn't work. I need the M. Hey, look at this. Okay, so F6S is another startup site that I've found just by diving into different stuff. Now, what I'm looking here, these are jobs. We don't need jobs. Let me take out some of the jobs. Taking out the jobs. What I've found is, oh look, I've got direct profiles here. When I did this earlier, I didn't have a direct profile. So, what the cool thing about this is this is also a startup site. It also has various startup companies, but you'll see the founders in that right section there. You can click on founders and find who founded the companies, who's working on the companies, and like AngelList, you'll have more information on them. Let me see if this one's a better example. While my computer thinks. Uh-oh, I think I might have just broke the internet. Okay, while that thinks, let me do this. All right, let me try this guy. Okay, so we're looking for software engineers. Let's do scalable data. Let's put in scalable and see what we find. Okay, so scalable video, scalable layout. Okay, so you'd find something that is focused, and I don't know if she needs Scala or not, but I'm just gonna go here because I want to show you where the contributors are. The contributors are right here. Okay, and why the contributors are important is because those are the users. Those are users. Those are people that are contributing to this repository, which is what GitHub is based around. What I found is you click on a profile and boom, direct email, direct website. And I didn't have to use a tool to find that. I just have to be signed in to GitHub to find that. So I know there's a lot of tools that do that, but I mean, you just have to search by languages or find a repository that makes sense. And you can also like language. Let me see if I've got one in here. Language. We're looking for React right now, so let me see. Language React. Location. Let's do location Boston. No, I don't want to look in that repository. I want to look all of GitHub. And see, you can find Boston-based stuff in React in the same way. So again, click on, probably want to find more users. Let me just, it looks like a small group here, but I know it's not. I just need to use better search items, but I'm using this for example. So I mean, click here. And yeah, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have a Gmail, but a lot of times they do. And if you get a list of contributors and you scrape them, which I've done in the past, a lot of times you can pull email pretty easily. You just have to configure and build your scraper to do that. So, and I think I have a video where I did something like that with AngelList, to be honest. So, so that's another. So F6S, GitHub. Obviously, GitHub is one of the bigger resources out there for engineers. Um, and AngelList. AngelList and F6S I would specifically use for startup type of experience. She's also looking for machine learning scientists, so I want to get kind of nerdy with this and look on some publication sites, and I haven't done this in a while because I haven't really looked for scientists in a while. So let me see. Actually, I have a search engine. I use my search engine. Actually, I built a giant search engine that searches all research realms. So let me see if I still can do that. Let me see if it's still up. I have to scroll down my own website. I should really build some pages. Oh, did I break the internet again? Oh, good. You finally loaded. Thanks, buddy. Okay. So, Facebook, LinkedIn, and this is F6S. So you can look for founders too. I mean, I recall I used to look for specific founders when I did a site search, and I was able to find people that way. Come on, come on. It's down here. It's down where? Man, I built a lot of CSEs. What was I thinking? Okay, just because I have a lot of these site searches built into this thing, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. We're looking for machine learning, uh, scientist, machine learning scientist. If I can spell scientist. Okay. Machine learning type. I don't need jobs, so I'll take out the jobs. Okay, so wow, I even put in zoom info on this thing. Okay. So what this is pulling is it's pulling publications. The thing with publications is, and apparently zoomed in profiles. I didn't even know I put in zoom info into this thing. So let me just click onto this one real quick. Oh, it's a ResearchGate one. Okay, validate my browser already. And this is the point where I'm going to add in some music so it's more entertaining for everybody. And it's still loading. Wow, that's taking a while. Well, while that thinks, um, I mean, I've already got the site search built for Google Scholar, so let me just put in machine learning and see what we find, because she's looking for scientists, not necessarily engineers. So let's see, machine learning, scientist, 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 scientist Greg, scientist. Machine learning, Google Scholar, citations, profiles. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Machine learning scientist. Machine learning scientist. Machine learning scientist. I've only got over 100,000 results, so let's. Okay, right here. That's the ticket right there. And let me see if some nerd already mapped this to data miner. And I'll show you something in a minute because I want to show you how a different search engine can get you different results. or search engine or search tool, whatever you call Bing. Let's see. Do I have this public? Wait, what? When I built this? Okay, so yeah, I nerded out a little bit. Did I make this? Oh, this one is one I couldn't make public. But you can build out a data miner recipe to pull in the information you need. I wanted the clean URL, title, the description. That actually should be on the public one, but I think it broke recently. But the one up at the top, the Google search results, you can do the same thing. You can use this, click on run, and then Data Miner will pull it all in a nice package for you, and you can manipulate the data, stuff like that. Let me actually see something else. What about Instant Data Scraper? I wonder if Instant Data Scraper will get this too. I think it will. Yeah, it will. And it I didn't have to think very much at all for this. So link, details, more details, stuff like that. So yeah, if you guys aren't using Instant Data Scraper, do that because it just makes the job a whole lot easier. All right. The point of all this is, because I get off on tangents sometimes. The point of all this is when you look at somebody's Google Scholar profile, it tells you all of the publications that they've written and been part of. So it tells me a whole lot more about this person than, say, a LinkedIn profile, or um, or just a profile that's out there. They'll have a lot more information. You've got the last tail end of their email here, which is something that I like because it's probably just Davis at CS whatever this is. And I mean, they have co-authors here too, and I don't remember seeing that, but that's a whole list of people that you can utilize that have worked on these, really really techie type stuff, and it's been a great resource when I was looking for scientists. So I mean, Tali, if you haven't checked this out, I would definitely check this out because it's been a great help for me when I used to work when I used to look for mass spec people. So, and lastly, let's see, you've got looking for account executives in New York, with SaaS experience. So account executives, I would almost say just hit up LinkedIn and Indeed for that to start off. But let me actually show you something real quick. Where was my search? I want to try something else. You've always got to tinker. Okay, let's see if this. Let me see if I can make this work in Bing and see what we can pull in Bing. Because my buddy Mike Roman reminded me, hey, you should look in Bing because you could pull different, not only different results, but different information. I mean, he wrote an article not too long ago, and just it, it, the way he searched was a lot easier to scrape stuff. So I always try to look up and see what I can find in Bing. Doesn't look like that's going to work. Might be something to do with the way I have it pulled. So it may not work in Bing because it's not Google. But let's just do this. Let's just do a site search. Look for citations. Take out that. And machine learning. Okay. So different way, but still pulls users. And they look pretty significant. Let me see. We still get a lot of results here. Yeah, same deal. I mean, lots of information about somebody. I would literally look them up on Google Scholar to make sure that they look like uh, what we were looking for, and then I would cross-reference them on like LinkedIn, on whatever job boards I had, and I was able to connect with people that way. And the other thing is, you can talk to them about about their publications. You can say, I saw some of your publications on Google Scholar, and then it kind of rings a bell because I'm a nerd too. I like when people read my articles and comment on them. I mean, it makes me listen. And we're still waiting for ResearchGate. Well, we've done all this. We're still waiting for ResearchGate. So, let's see. So, yeah. So let's go back to the sales executives, the account executives. I want to try something because she mentioned something about hidden resumes. So let's do this. Actually, let's do sales. I'm going to go back to Google real quick. No, not my Gmail. You guys don't want to see my Gmail. Well, maybe you do, but I'm not going to show it to you. Just want the Google. Just want the Google. Okay. So we're looking for account executives in New York with SaaS experience. With enterprise or retail. Okay, this is so I'm looking for experience with SaaS, enterprise, or retail tech. Okay, well I just went enterprise then. Okay, so there's jobs here. You can look for a resume. That's one way. Not samples. We don't want samples. The only thing about looking this way is that you have to put minus samples. Oh, I need to change that or. Minus samples, minus jobs. You have to take out the false negatives, and then the jobs still pull up because you get a lot of sample type resumes this way. But here are some. That looks like a real one. That looks like a real one. Look in email and phone number and LinkedIn profile. So these are just out there. Why won't this one pull up? Okay, so you get the point. I mean, you can look for that, or if you want to take another step, at Gmail, or at, let's say, what's in Yahoo? I guess. Do people still use Yahoo? I don't know. And there you go. So you can get pretty specific with this. So how many results we got? We got 9 results. Okay. So it's not a whole lot. We probably eliminated a lot with just email. So I would put in more more emails. But look, Scribd, that's a resume database you can use. So let's do this. Let's let's site search that. See what we can find. Site SCRIBD. I'm assuming it's .com. I've done this before. Look at this. So basically, all these are resumes, guys, on Scribd. So all these are resumes. So, and you've got 5,000 results here, so you can get pretty specific with it if you need to. You can also do something like this. And this is after you've looked on LinkedIn, you looked on Indeed, you looked on I would say the ladders too. If you're looking for anything in sales, I would actually post a job to the ladders if they still have free postings because I would get a lot of traction that way. So if you're not doing that, Tally, I would do that as well because I'm just showing you different ways, different examples. And I mean, I really like doing this stuff because it gets the gears turning. I get to think about all these different avenues that you can find that I've found people before. Oh well, you're predicted by Cloudflare, but I can still find summaries and I can still scrape this. So, and let me show you something cool about Zoom Info. And I have some Google search engines built around this too. This is just an example. This is what happens when you go and see Jim Stroud present. You get these ideas that might be too specific for Zoom Info. Oh yeah, that's right, because Zoom Info is super general. Okay, so I had to go more general on this one, but New York, New York. Let me see if I can put in enterprise and at least pulls. No, she needs Sass. Let me see if I can put Sass in there. See if I can pull anybody. No, that's too specific. Apparently people don't like to put that on their titles. So enterprise. We should pull a bunch of people from enterprise. So that's another example. That's another resource you can use. And something just came to me. It's another one on my website. It's this one, Trustoria. Trustoria is a people directory. And you can look categories. You can look for states. I have actually been surprised. And again, you have to go and you have to research these people and find more information about them, find out where they live, and that sort of thing. Do they have? I would like some salespeople, some sales specialists. Let's look for salespeople with some sass. And let's just go New York because I think she's in New York. And am I going to break the internet again? Oh, there we go. Okay, so again, gives you a list of people, a list of profile. Well, it doesn't give profiles, but it gives you a list of people. Um, it's more general. You're still going to have to go look people up, but I've been able to find a few leads this way. It's another pipeline. You have some information about them. You know, they should have SaaS somewhere in their profile here. And let's see if somebody was a nerd and built a custom search engine, or not a custom search engine around this, but a data miner recipe around this. Oh yeah, look, it's already here. Somebody already built it, but they didn't give you much stuff. Let me see. Do I have one for Trustoria? I don't have one for Trustoria. But you know what? I tell you what. If I get, let's say I get 20 more submissions or submissions, uh, subs to my channel. If I get 20 more, I'll build a recipe for Trustoria and I'll make it public. Okay. Um, so I mean, yeah, that's hopefully that's a couple of places that you can look. Again, it's about combining tools, combining processes, tinkering a little bit. I know I probably spent too much. I didn't spend more than I did spend a lot more than 5 minutes today, uh, but I mean, this is the stuff that I do every day. This is the stuff I love doing. So share, subscribe, uh, spread the word, because the more you think about this stuff, the more you tinker, the more leads you can pull into the pipeline. So, and that's all I'm doing here. I'm just messing around, and hopefully it's been helpful. So, yeah, please share, subscribe, spread the word. If I get 20 more subscribers, yeah, I might feel generous and create a couple of recipes around some of the things I showed today, so that can help out more people. So let's see. There's a challenge for you guys. All right.